Morning guys, we're going out for the first pot pull for the season, so just leaving the marina now. It's actually 6:30, a bit later than I wanted to, but you can't pull your pots until after the 15th of October before 6 o'clock. Once it hits the 15th of October, then you can start pulling them early from 4:30. So after that date, I'll be out pretty early in the morning and getting it done as quick as possible before work. So at the moment we're heading out. Weather looks great. Flat calm in the marina. Hopefully it's as calm as that out in the ocean, but we'll see. I've also got the little homemade cray pot to stick out. Well, one of them. So the wooden one's out, and I'm going to stick out this one. With a bit of luck, we'll get a bit of comparison side by side by the homemade wooden one, which is already out and soaking, and the milk crate. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I can't really complain about the conditions. Well, it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm just going to get myself organised. It's been probably 2 days or 2 nights that this pot has been soaking for. So I'm not hopeful that we're going to get any crayfish by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, you're always in with a chance. You're definitely in with more of a chance of the pot in the water than you are without it. So I'll get everything organised, get this pot up, and then I've got to bait up the milk crate cray pot as well, and then stick that out at another reef, and leave that out there to reserve my spot for the whites. Alright, so winch out and ready. Woohoo! We'll rev her up. Alright, we'll get this pot. So normally when I'm pulling these pots, I like to come from downwind, because then you're basically going with the rope. You can see the bottom a bit better today, so I'm probably, I don't know, what's that, 2-3 metres off the reef, to be honest. Probably a bit further than I wanted to be, but because I can see the bottom today, I can get nice and close to the edge of that drop now. So the next time I drop it in, it's a bit hard to make out probably on the GoPro, but there's a point on the reef there. That point is exactly where I want the pot to go. Oh, this pot is heavy. I do have a tipper that goes in there, but for a single pot, doesn't really need it. Well, we got a cray. So that pot's only been in the water for 2 days and we've got a crayfish. Not a bad size, that's definitely sized, so I'll be coming home. It's a male, which is good because a lot of times you're getting tar spot females out here. How's that? My first crayfish for the season. How's that? First cray for the season. It's a nice male. We'll get it measured up and I'll show you what the sizing looks like. I didn't really get measure already because I wasn't expecting anything, but it's well oversized. So got to be 76mm carapace length, which is this back part of the gauge, and the gauge goes in between the horns there, and it's not allowed to drop over the back of that shell. So you can see there it is miles oversized. Check the bait. Still plenty of bait in there, but we might juice it up a bit. You can see that reef down there now, a bit easier. So these are all skins and frames from fish that I've caught. I don't really believe in buying baits, it's not necessary. Well, I don't think it's necessary. Might keep the soft baits for that. There's the baldy head. There's some people swear for putting oily baits in, and there's something to be said for that. Oily baits definitely attract them more and hold them in the pot, but it's not necessary. It's probably better, but it's not necessary. There's a pretty good spot there, which is believe it or not, one of my usual spots. You can see it on the sounder pot here. I want to try and get on the edge of that pointy bit of reef there. You see the reef? There's the edge of it right there. So I'm just going to let the boat go past it just like that. And then drop that right onto it. So you can see the pot's going down now, right along the edge of that reef. Like it's probably going to be, if anything, it's probably going to hit it, but yeah, it's in the sand. So that's right on the edge of that reef point, just there on the sand. Job done. Now we've got to bait this one up. Keep some of the skins and soft baits for this one. That's in. The string's actually in there to stop the bottoms from coming off and drifted out the hole, because believe it or not, that did happen with one of my pots. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, so there's the edge of the reef there that we want to be at. Just wait until we get nice and close. Like that. Hopefully that sinks right down in that little hole there. Oh yeah. Okay, now I've got lead weights on this rope. I don't think they're necessary, but I've got it on here because I like the idea of my ropes hanging vertically and people not being able to run them over. I'll show you what I mean by that. It's just at the bottom of the bridle of the float loop. Because this pot's light, I've got a shark clip on there holding the floats on. It's nice and easy to remove them if I want to, or swap it for pots, swap it for the other wooden pots. So yeah, that pot's down there in that nice little cup there. Ooh, well, hopefully that's the spot. So that little lead weight sinks the rope down. So there's at least sort of 1.5 to 2 meters below the surface before the loose rope sort of flails around. The reason that's good is because when people come out here and drive past your pot, they can't run over and prop your rope. Oh, I mean, I still can, I guess. I can run straight over the top of it, but at least you're not going to be hooking up the rope with the skeg of the motor. So I think that's pretty valuable to do. Look at that edge. And that's really it, simple as that. So half an hour, not even half an hour, it's 6:50 now, and it's done. So I'm going to head back to the marina now and get ready to go to work. See you in there. I don't know if this is a dolphin or a shark here. Oh, there's a few of them, so I'd say they're dolphins. Yeah, here. Look at him. Look at them. Oh, hey guys. Wow. It is beautiful out here. Have fun. This big weed mat. They're probably hunting fish and stuff that hang under those weed mats for shelter. So we'll leave them alone, let them do their thing. How cool is that? Yeah, they're just out the back there hunting under the weed mat here. So cool. Where would you rather be? Oh, so here's that crayfish from earlier today. We're going to boil it. So there's the tail meat, and then we'll take the legs off as well. Put a handful of salt, a reasonable amount. Normally I do this in ocean water. So what we'll do is now bring this back to the boil, and when it starts boiling I'll give it another 5 minutes from there. Alright, now it's starting to boil again. 5 minutes. And we'll take it off the boil. Alright, while we're waiting, vinegar, in she goes. Chinese 5-spice. Just a mixture of whatever chili and seasoning mix you want. Bit of Tabasco, some minced garlic, and then some olive oil. I'm just cooling it down really quickly with cold water because otherwise it will keep cooking. The salt. And now I'll start taking the meat out. I'll break this in half. And now I'm just going to chop that up into pieces and stick it inside the brine. Okay, so we're stirring that in. This is basically the same as that quick pickled squid that I did last time, but obviously the crayfish and a few less ingredients, but same concept. So we'll let that soak in the juice for a bit. Just like with the squid, it tastes better the next day. And goes really good with a salad or in a sandwich or something. So that's basically it. All right, guys. Well, that's it for another episode. So again, if you like this stuff, like, share, and subscribe. Got a few more crayfishing videos coming up. Obviously, the season's just starting to heat up now, so with a bit of luck, get out there. Well, almost every morning. Weather dependent, work dependent, of course, but we've got the pots out there still, soaking away, and hopefully we get to see a few crayfish this season. All right, cheers, guys. See you soon.